This is SDR News and Geekazine.com's coverage of Microsoft Management Summit, brought to you by HP.
Hi, this is Andy McCaskey from SDR News, and we're here in our continuing coverage of the Microsoft Management Summit, and I am joined by Alex Balcanquall, who is the Citrix Director of Microsoft Alliances. I was going to say analysis, alliances. And how does HP and Citrix and Microsoft, how do these three organizations work together?
Well, we've been working together for a long time now in this space. It started with thin clients and terminal services and the original Citrix MetaFrame product. And really over the last 15 years or so, that relationship's really evolved to create a robust end-to-end system that gives us everything from thin clients that are optimized for HDX through to great server systems that will run XenApp and XenDesktop workloads with a high degree of reliability and a high degree of uptime. And this really offers customers a unique end-to-end solution that can really meet their needs, and it's quite unique.
So what's the primary business advantage that they're seeking when they begin to implement these?
Well, I think first of all, I think customers, and if I'm thinking about the HP angle here, is customers really want a one-stop shop where they can get all the aspects of the solution, whether that's the hardware, the software, or the services, to ensure that they're truly successful and have designed the right system. So I think that's the unique value proposition of the work that HP, Microsoft, and Citrix have been doing together. When I think about the HP servers, whether it's the Blade system servers or whether it's some of the other ProLiant, what we see there is a unique set of hardware, blades, and storage that comes together to provide a very robust system. And if you look at the reference architecture that we did together,
which is new, right?
Yeah. Well, they're not just new; they're always being updated.
Yes.
You have new hardware. Citrix has new software. Microsoft has new operating systems, and we work closely together to make sure that we get the most accurate information in a timely manner. And so, customers will see typically like a 56% saving over similar architectures from similar vendors, and we'll provide links afterwards, but we've got all of that data in some great reference architectures, and you can get a large number of users, whether it's upwards of 170 XenApp users and about 125 XenDesktop users on a single system, which gives that density and floor print that's really compelling to the guy who's got to think about, how do I get all of this into my data center?
So are cost benefits, is that the main driver behind this, or are there other factors?
Of course, it's only one driver, and in fact, the really, it's the one that the CFO cares about, but I think the one the business really cares about is, how do I use all of this technology to increase the flexibility and the agility of my organization? So perhaps it's, meeting the challenge of consumerization and the bring your own device strategy that a lot of organizations are pursuing, or maybe they've got unique security needs, like in the healthcare industry where you've got HIPAA compliance and you need to keep all of that personal identifiable information in a secure location. So cost is always an important factor, especially in the current economic conditions, but really I think the primary one is business agility, meeting the business's needs and giving that flexibility to the users.
Are there particular scaling advantages that Citrix brings to the table?
Absolutely. When you look at the Citrix software, we provide the XenApp solution and the XenDesktop solution. And that allows customers to mix the right scenario for the right users. So some users you'll want to allocate a full desktop to, but for other users, they only need 2 or 3 applications, and by using XenApp we can make sure that we reduce that footprint, and so that we get the best return on investment while giving the user the applications that they need in a great way from any device anywhere. Right.
Well, I understand you had a great success with a cancer research institute in the UK.
In the UK, absolutely. And so there they had 650 XenDesktop users connecting at any one time, and it was important for them, given that the work that they do, that they're up 24/7. They understand the state of the system. Is it healthy? Can users log on? Are they seeing slow performance? Because the last thing that they want is kind of the doctors and the clinicians not being able to get to the data because it's critical data. And so what they did is they worked with us and yourself and HP, and also one of our partners, Comtrade, to put together a system that allow them to get the desktops that they needed, but also give them that visibility of, is the system healthy and is it up? So for example, they were finding it very hard to get that data out of the system. And by deploying Citrix XenDesktop, HP equipment and the Contrade management packs, they got to a point where it was about 10 seconds to get the information that they needed. I think the best quote for me was, it became 2 clicks to see whether the system was healthy or not and identify proactively whether there was an issue so they could fix it before people rang the help desk.
Was that the principal advantage of having a joint solution? Why was that best for the customer?
Well, without the full joint solution, they would not have been able to do that monitoring. Well, that's unfair. They would have absolutely have been able to do the monitoring, but it would have been difficult. The information wouldn't have been timely, and they'd have probably missed some service outages and some proactive. And so, that would have impacted the users. This allowed them to more fastly respond to those outages and make sure that the users stayed up and running. So it became easier to focus on the user and that they're working and being productive.
Okay, and it sounds like that could easily be replicated in other situations, other applications as well.
Oh, absolutely. This applies to all industries and companies of all scale. Operations, I think, is, and if you've been here at MMS, you've heard a lot about the operations manager capabilities. It really is that kind of last mile now of IT service delivery, where, we can build the systems, but if they're not up and running and they're not healthy, it doesn't matter whether it's on premise or in the cloud. What's important is, does the user have access to the data that they need?
Right. So where can people go for more information on what Citrix brings to this Microsoft HP partnership?
So, we have a website called www.citrixandmicrosoft.com, and there we have access to the case studies, links to all of the partner materials, including reference architectures. So I'd encourage people to start there.
Yes, excellent. Alex, thanks so much for joining us. You've got another, 2 days here at the conference?
Another 2 days, absolutely. So it's definitely going to be fun. There's some really great sessions from both Microsoft and from the partners that are here. So it's been a great show.
Pretty intense week.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thanks for taking time to join us here today, and thanks for joining us on SDR News.